Gaz, we're here in Adelaide.
Paz,
Oh.
we are.
Tell me, your business, Group, tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, people will say, storytelling is a buzz term or whatever, or in-person experiences, etc. I've created this little hybrid, which is a focus on, content storytelling, events and other special activations. But basically I help funds or founders in that seed to Series A stage, scale their content capacity. Certainly to basically get their voice heard, but more specifically to help people understand their business, especially if it operates in a niche or specialised sector, and gain, investors, partners, and crucially customers.
Absolutely, and you've got some Group merch here. It's a great brand.
I make merch.
Check. I love that.
It's a new podcast I'm launching.
Oh,
you don't
very exciting.
You don't walk into a conference without something to talk about that's coming up next. So
Well,
I'm doing this micro interview series with a bunch of investors, 15 minutes, and that's it. And I'll launch it out a few days after SouthSTART ends.
Oh, amazing. And tell me more about, I guess, the problem or the frustration that you help people overcome through Group.
So a lot of my background, I worked at Tractor Ventures as their first employee. So worked with a lot of bootstrapped founders who were building completely legitimate businesses, but didn't quite fit the VC mold. I think for me, that's given me a good source of inspiration in terms of how I approach working with founders now, in terms of the importance of content and storytelling, but also more importantly to help funds understand that they do need to talk about who they're investing in as part of their thesis. And I'll basically put my hands on it and make sure that they're starting to tell a better story so they can get more funds out the door.
Yeah, communication is everything.
Yeah, and it's so undervalued. I think that
Yes.
a lot of investors think that deal flow just magically happens. But if you look overseas to groups in the US such as A16Z and First Round Capital, who really prioritise building media engines behind, that's what I do, and that's a big missed opportunity in Australia.
Yeah, love that. And so we're here in Adelaide at SouthSTART.
Yeah.
What brings you over to South Australia?
So SouthSTART is so cool. I've been here 4 times by now, but coincidentally running a side event as part of it this evening on the first day, called After Dark with Carly Norman, who's from Innovation Bay. So
Amazing.
We have a nice little collab. We did one of those for West Tech Fest, doing one here, and then we'll do one at Blackbird Sunrise as well.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And so have you ever come to SouthSTART and met some people that have been useful or memorable later down the track?
No.
Never. No, the people. Never.
No, being completely facetious. There's plenty, and a large amount of them would have been from extensions of the wider team from the Tractor Ventures work. We did a lot of work with the founders specifically, but got to meet the wider team. But no, it's more about some of the experiences. One of the previous SouthSTARTs had Chris Davies, who was a GM at Port Adelaide Football Club, who has coincidentally moved over to my team, Carlton. But that was a really good talk about high performance, team culture.
With Simon Thomas.
Yeah, and Simon Thompson steered that conversation. So that was one really memorable moment that I've attended as part of the overall SouthSTART curation. So I thought that was one really cool piece, and it showed a lot of thoughtfulness in putting together. Yeah,
I was there. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Very interesting around the leadership perspective. And in terms of anything, if a founder came up to you and said, Gaz, should I go to SouthSTART? I'm on the fence. What should they really think through?
I think to completely acknowledge it, certainly within an Australian context, that there's a severe lack of gathering environments. I'm obviously biased in terms of I've been a long time runner of events such as Fuck Up Nights and helping organise Pause Fest back in the day and other aspects. So I've got a particularly unique thing, which is that I really appreciate the activation context. But I think that people who sort of undervalue it, really there's not that many to attend within Australia, and gets pretty crucial to be able to put yourself in front of, customers, investors, partners, etc. So it feels like a step out of the business, but if you go all in and prioritise the few key moments throughout the year, I think it's pretty beneficial. I think the time of the year works really well as well. It's just, we've just sort of eased into it. Now we can sort of get started after this proper. But I've always found monstrous benefit from it. Even back to being an employee at Tractor, we were we were certainly having a lot of conversations with companies straight after, simply by being in front of them with boots on the ground.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that, Gaz. And if you had 3 words to explain SouthStart, what would they be?
Curated, experience focus, and thoughtful.
Oh, high five, Gaz. Thank you so much. You.
Thanks, Paz.